What's up guys, my name is Doug. Welcome to the channel. If you are new, welcome back if you are not new. It's been a little while. I've been recording a little less frequently than I was before, but that's because I was doing some work around the house. This room that I normally record in was a little messy, but I did, however, drop that other video this week where my fiance reacted to a song and I started that new series, so I hope that if you haven't checked that out, that you would do that. And yeah, we're back. We're gonna start recording again. The goal is to upload 4 or 5 times a week. Like I said, I do this full time now, so if you'd like to support the channel, you can start by giving the videos likes, you can subscribe to the channel. If you want to join the Patreon and become a patron, that would be really cool. The more support I get on Patreon means less ads on these videos, so if that's something that you're interested in, go ahead and check that out. The link is in the top right hand corner, in the description, and on the end screen of this video. You can become a patron for as little as $1. Yeah, if you want less ads, support the channel on Patreon. That'd be really cool if one day we got to a point where we could have an ad-free reaction channel. That'd be really dope. So yeah guys, I'm back. I feel really good. Today we're going to be listening to Ariana Grande's new album, Thank You Next. It's a hard left from the normal music that we normally do. It's not hip-hop by any means. They've got a couple of darker trap beats on here, I'm certain, but you know, this is more pop for sure. So, and we almost never do female artists. What is the deal? Oh shoot, speaking of female artists, oh man, we have so much to talk about. Kehlani's dropping a mixtape this month. I am so happy about that. There's definitely going to be a video on that. But yeah, Ariana Grande. So, Thank You Next, this album, it's got 12 songs on it. I've heard 3 of them. She's dropped 3 of them already. Thank You Next, of course, is iconic and legendary, and it did huge numbers, and it's one of her biggest songs. And yeah, it's just extremely catchy, and it's really well produced, and I love the way it feels when I listen to it. It's a really happy song. She dropped 7 Rings, which took a darker turn. It's got a more darker trap feel to it, which I think is interesting. I like the way that she performs on that track. And then, of course, she dropped, along with this project, the video for Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored. And my mind went kind of blank, and I forgot that she was dropping the album today. So I listened to the song thinking that it was just another single and the album was going to drop sometime later. And then afterwards I realized what I did, and I kind of regretted listening to it before I recorded. But in any case, I also think it's a really cool song. It's about her being a homewrecker. There's a cool little plot twist at the end of the video. I thought that was interesting. But yeah, in terms of how they feel and how they sound, they're extremely catchy pop songs. And Ariana is, in my opinion, 3 for 3. Now, that doesn't mean that 7 Rings and Break Up With Your Girlfriend, I'm Bored are awesome songs. I think they're really good, but I don't think that they're anywhere near as great as Thank You Next is. But that being said, I don't take anything away from those tracks. They're still really, really good. So we've got 9 new Ariana Grande tracks to listen to. I'm assuming that they're going to be really poppy and catchy and fun to listen to. I figured it would be a kind of a quick video since it's just 9 tracks. And I thought that it would just be a really fun video to put out on Friday, you know, going into the weekend for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoy this. So we're gonna get right into it. This is the first track, Imagine, by Ariana Grande off her project Thank You Next. Let's get it. One thing I will say, and I know I paused it like right in the beginning of the track, but I didn't mention this earlier. Ariana's performances are fantastic, and she can sing like crazy. Her voice and her vocal agility and the runs that she does and the notes that she's able to hit, she is an incredibly talented singer. And that is something that will definitely be appreciated in all of these songs. You and no makeup, you in the bathtub, bubbles and bubbly, drip, 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 gold. Imagine a world like that. I get you. Yeah, this is dope, man. The whistle tones. Yeah, man, it's a song that's it's in 3/4, so it's got that really waltzy feel. You kind of want to sway to it, you know, with your significant other, and it's got a really cool production. I like how when she goes right into the hook and says, "Imagine a world like that," they keep it with. They keep the production super simple. It's mostly just a bass line for that first Imagine, and it's mostly just her vocals, and they sound really clean, and her performance is great. At the end, during the outro, when they bring in the strings and she keeps going up and up and up, and then she eventually hits the whistle notes, I mean, it's a really cool song, and it's got a really nice vibe. So I think it's definitely a really interesting track, and it is about love and imagining a love that is like that is like really, really perfect and almost too good to be true. Next track is Needy. If it takes too long to hit me back, I can promise you how I react. vocals are so smooth, man. Those snaps. Oh, the background vocals? Oh man, there's so much insecurity in this track, dude. It's really honest. Yo, this track is clean, dude. I mean, it's got really basic production. It's really just Ariana being really honest and singing her ass off. I mean, really. The background vocals come in, but it's just really those chords, you know, and it's just such a simple track, but the lyrics hit home, you know. Everybody's been in that position. Everyone's felt a little insecure and a little needy and needing to be loved, and it's relatable, and it's an awesome track, and the vibe is just so smooth. I mean, it feels like a really intimate track, you know, like there's not too much going on, and so it really feels like she's opening up to us, and that's really interesting to me. I like the track, dude. I think it's great. Next track is NASA. The vibes are crazy. Hey! Hey. I love that, you know I'm a star. The notes are just so pleasing. She's so talented, dude. You know, this track is really smooth. I mean, I'm loving the production. I love the sound that they use for the bass line. It feels like really old school R&B. But the drum pattern feels so modern. It's a really cool twist. The background vocals that she recorded to fit with the main vocal and to create these chords with her voice. I mean, they sound so smooth. They're so clean. I love the melodies that she sings. I love the notes that she uses, you know, when she writes her melodies to these tracks. I mean, she sings really well, and she's just really talented. What I like is that there's a huge contrast between this track and Needy, because in Needy, she's being needy and she wants to be close to the person, but here she needs some space from the person. She says, you can say I love you through the phone, I don't want you to spend the night here, give me some space. It doesn't mean that I don't like you, it's just I need some time for myself. And so she's really making music for people who are going through a bunch of different situations, because she's been through it all. I think that this one is really catchy, honestly, and that "You Know I'm a Star" is going to be stuck in my head forever, basically. Next track is Bloodline. Love the bass line, love the horns. I could leave it like, don't want you in my bloodline. Man, dude, this beat is hard. Yo, this is great, man. This is really dope. Yo, I'm having a good time listening to this track. This track is just really fun. I love the horns. I love the beat. I love the hook. I mean, I just think it's all so catchy. I think the beat is really hard. I think it's awesome to listen to. It's about wanting to be with someone, but not wanting to be with them permanently. Like having a one-night stand, basically, or just having a physical relationship, but not an emotional relationship with the person. I think that's what it's about. But yeah, it's a really cool track, man. I like it. The next track is Fake Smile. Nice! Love the sample. The reason that I like this track a lot is because she's deciding to stop being fake, I guess. She's deciding to be extremely honest and brutally honest with herself and with the people around her. She's not going to smile if she's mad. She's not going to pretend to be something that she isn't, you know. She's just going to be real. And I like that she is spreading that message to the people that listen to her, because, you know, I, for one, if I'm pissed, you're going to know about it. And if I'm upset, you're going to know about it. I'm not going to smile at you and pretend everything's okay if they're not. And if there's a problem, I'm going to talk to you about it. And when it's handled, then we can put it aside and just pretend it never happened. But there's no way at all I'm just going to be not myself with you guys. And so, you know, before people would see it as rude if you're not willing to fake a smile and just pretend everything's okay and then handle your issues later. It's not rude. Just be real, you know? So I like that this is something that's becoming more and more prevalent in music and in hip-hop and pop and all of that. So I really like that about this track, is that she's deciding to not be fake anymore. And in terms of the production, I like the sample, but it's not, you know, extremely catchy. I like the message and I think it's a cool track, but you know, it really depends on how I'm feeling the day that I'm playing this track, if I'm going to skip it or not, you know. It's not like Thank You Next, where it's got a really catchy beat and you're going to come back to it all the time. I really like the hook though. It's a really cool track. Next track is Bad Idea. Like this guitar. I love that beat drop, man. That 808 is stupid hard, dude. The strings, man. Oh, this breakdown at the end is gross, dude. It's crazy. Yeah, man, that one's a little harder. I like the beat on that one. I like the bass drop. The 808 is insane. Really catchy hook. She repeats it a bunch of times, which of course is you know, normal for a pop song. The hook is catchy, so you sing it a lot and it gets stuck in people's heads and people listen to it. So yeah, it works. But I think it's a really cool track, man, about getting over some issues by doing some bad things and making some bad decisions with someone close to you. That's what I think this is about. I think it's a cool track, man. I think it's enjoyable. I think a lot of people are going to like this one a lot. This track is Makeup. I like to fuck with you, just to make up with you. Cause the way you be screaming my name made me wanna make the end of the day, but you know that I'm about to wake up with you. These games that you guys are playing, one day are going to blow up in your face. One of these days, someone's going to break up with somebody in order to make up with them, and the person's not going to want to get back together, and the person's going to be stuck lonely and alone and sad and crying. I like the play on words there. Yeah, man, there's not too much to say about this. It's a really fun track. It's got a really cool vibe to it, man. You know, it's not bad. It's not necessarily my favorite track. It's not for me, you know. She didn't make this for someone like me to listen to it, obviously, but I can appreciate it, you know, for what it is. It's a really catchy pop song, and it's fun to listen to. So nothing bad to say about it. You know, it's dope. Next track is Ghostin. Try to hold it in the night while you're sleeping next to me. If you were anybody else, you've been so understanding, you've been so good. I know that it breaks your heart when I cry again. Ask this, I'm a girl. Yeah, Ghostin is a beautiful track. It's really beautifully produced. I love the violins. I love the synths, and you know, all the way that they produced this track was really beautiful. But you know, it's about this person who really shouldn't be in a relationship because she's into a guy that she used to be with, and she's carrying that baggage into her next relationship, and the guy that she's currently with is feeling really bad about it, and she keeps crying, and you know, it's just this really sad story. It's a sad song about a really tough situation, but it sounds beautiful. It's a good track. You know, it makes you feel, for sure. It makes you feel really bad for the people that are in this situation. The last track we're gonna be listening to is In My Head. And like I said at the beginning of the video, it's because I've already heard Thank You Next, 7 Rings, and Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board. So this is the last track, In My Head.
Waiting too long, enough is enough. Keep up where I'm coming over.
Yeah.
I gotta have it. I see what isn't there. Jeez, well you broke my heart.
Oh, this is dope, dude. I like this. Nice. I like the play on words there too. It's clever songwriting. Wow, dude. This track is really cool. It's about loving not somebody, but the image that you have in your head of that person, and loving someone that you want them to be, but not actually them. It's a really cool track. I like this production. I love the 808s. I love the energy to the track and to the beat. I like her performance. I love the singing. I think her voice is just tremendous, man. And like I said, and I'm mentioning this for the third time because I know a lot of you guys will ask me in the comments why I didn't listen to Break Up With Your Girlfriend on Board, 7 Rings, and Thank You Next. It's because I've already heard them, and I do not react to songs that I've already heard to keep the integrity of these videos for you guys, the audience. So that is the last track that we will be listening to on this project. Now, Thank You Next by Ariana Grande, man. This album. Look, it's not really an album that I would go back and listen to, you know, like, I'm not going to be like, oh, I want to listen to this entire album again. I think it's perfect, and it's my style of music that I love to listen to. It's not really for me, you know. I gave it a listen because I know that Ariana Grande is a tremendous artist, and I figured there would be a lot of really cool, catchy tracks on here. And that is exactly what I got. So, if I'm being honest, I listen to more hip-hop than this style of music. But I got exactly what I came for when I listened to this project. So if you're like me and you don't really listen to this project or to this style of music, but you're looking for a couple really catchy pop songs, you know, just to have fun to, then yeah, by all means, give this a listen, dude. Like I said, I wasn't disappointed with what I got. It was exactly as I was expecting. We've got a really, really solid track list here. Again, a lot of them are really short. It's a really easy listen. You know, they're short listens, it's really quick. It's not going to be a waste of your time, basically. Of course, if you're into this type of music, then definitely give this a listen. She's one of the biggest pop artists right now, so she's making tremendous music, and you would definitely love this. But even if you're not necessarily a fan of the genre, I'm certain that you will get 1 or 2, maybe 3 tracks from this project that you will include in a playlist, and you will have a lot of fun listening to them. So I think it's a really cool project, man. I had some fun listening to it and making this video for you guys, and I hope you guys enjoyed watching the video as much as I did listening to this project. So with that being said, Ariana Grande, you did your thing. Keep making music, keep moving forward, and facing your struggles head on, and yeah, keep being an example to the people that listen to your music, is what I'm trying to say, you know, because a lot of younger women listen to your music, and so if you're a positive influence on them, then by all means, keep doing what you're doing. I love it. So yeah, guys, like I mentioned earlier in the video, I do this full time now, and if you'd like to support the channel in any way, you can give the video a like, share it with somebody you think would enjoy it, subscribe to the channel. If you'd like to become a patron, that'd be really cool. One day we'll be able to make this channel ad-free. That would be tremendous. If we get to a certain point on Patreon, that'd be really cool. Yeah, guys, thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all for bearing with me, you know, on my my slow uploads this week. This is only the 2nd upload I made this week, but like I said, the housework is done. I'll be back uploading regularly next week. So thank you all for your continued support. I appreciate it. It means everything to me. Till then, peace.